come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do? Why I have to do it? There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything. What is it this time, Torgal? Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with...
That's...
I'll leave for Randall. Would you send a stolen?
Of course.
Excellent.
No.
Clive.
Joshua, what?
I've received his will. In the crypt, beneath us, after Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying, and in the process of...
I'm surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning...
Of course. I want to know what's in the...
Very well.
Sid, I was
It depends what...
a bearer, but as you know...
I don't mind.
Because our ranks are scouting, and since he accompanies you on so many of your missions...
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' testing?
One can never have too many
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attentive and that he is to proceed directly to...
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the...
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen some... We're closer.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was, and it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die.
We'll be needing the end.
Does that mean...
I'm making an and we stay no...
Thank you, Chadwick. The thought of him held...
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to... We should head there as quickly as we can.
As do I, Dor. Vivian, and I'll be happy to help.
Thank you, But,
Please, it's only right.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you... I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be. But perhaps it is best that...
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, but this book... It set me on the path to becoming...
How are you doing? Here you go. Think you can help?
What do you think happened to Miss...
Sid!
With what?
No!
It's in...
Well, then...
But
Why don't I...
You do that! She's in...
don't scare...
Thanks for the... Pining for something. What is it? I never did ask where you got that ankle.
From Sid, that's why. And you're only thinking to ask this now? Clap that there iron on him to...
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. doubly hard in being a frost. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron? I reckon what he would...
I'm sorry, Tom. Sorry for making you wait. Let's get that... Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't... You want me to go with you, son?
Quick, aren't you?
Not nearly as much.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not...
Your kindness is appreciated.
Only because he doesn't talk back like...
Where to, then, Tom?
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen herself.
All right, talk. I'm going to need a little bit... Do you have a better hint? Unless... You... Why don't we try the... To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is...
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from...
Right as always, but she didn't seem keen to tell me very much.
And yet I gather it did. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible.
The executor.
Covered a clandestine organization. One such text being the tome Vivi, a tale which could, or so rumor has it.
How is it that I haven't heard of this?
Why? They lurk in the shadows.
Which would explain why Vivian's
by the hand of the
But what drives them?
Fine question. Sadly. Or you may just as soon ask me of their origins, number.
My hunt was doomed from... What was Vivian expect?
Not from thin air. Rumors of the executors are but rather less so across... I had a friend. Alas, but though he did not mention if you were, by some chance, able...
Very well. I'll be sure to pay up.
Miss Shirley says your books made quite an impression on the
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may I have...
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with... I wish to be...
No, I will not. Why would you...
I need to... I was... Or rather, it was... We were talking... And I lost. But they... The instant...
You were a good, but the fact remains that Sid, too dangerous. I'll go to Budbud.
You will?
I won't let you.
I don't.
You can start by.
Be the great.
All right.
May the mothers.
Do you suppose it's magic?
Has Midadol mentioned a new product?
Mid.
That's it! If this doesn't steer to this...
To the sky. You aren't trying to get.
What else would...
The children seem to think you're a. Is this really some.
The Enterprises, but what if she... It's not fair. The Fallen had the... But not me. Well,
And is that a.
are you volunteer? But first I'll need oil, and then I'll need...
If it's beast bones or.
No.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find. It's bone while I'm there as well.
All right.
Only if you want. Mid needs a.
Most bone. If it's...
I do. Well, any.
Well, but don't...
I'll keep that. It's still here. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger.
I doubt that boat will hold.
If you're sure. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up, for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right, all right. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home. Sorry for the wait. It's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. This should be enough. All right.
It's over.
Why the hell would Victor take them?
Here to help me, Pat? Thanks, but I'll be...
You're really going to go through with...
I am. But before I go...
If it's within my power to help...
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me. I can think of only one place.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor!
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy. A damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely
What?
Every lot.
Bandits, we need to Ferda, the Akashic me. Well?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can.
What's an...
You have to listen to me. They're coming. You need to...
Why do they always have to make such a...
What? To pass on Lisbon, the camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathered. They're no longer... You need to be...
You...
But why?
Some twisted... If you... What?
If they're not... You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the day.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
Lied about being one of us? And you're lying now.
I think we'd better... What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Ferda.
Sid.
I went to warn. They've convinced the bloody... Which means the town guard, but I can. You only have...
I appreciate.
Sid!
Victor? I thought...
I couldn't... And Lubor...
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat. They don't sleep. They don't tire. And they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
It's you who should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far away!
Run!
Just go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Go on!
Just go.
Lubor.
Wait. Someone's coming. Go. Come on!
Stop! You're hurting him! What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here. And none of you ever say thank you. Ever. But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine.
Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operation. Now they're all...
They are mine with the bandit and these creatures. The town got both force and as Conrad.
Oh,
and
as
that word where I would a little less or now.
Looks like everyone's ready. Good girl.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside? We can't leave a single one alive. League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalamil and see how the others fared.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here,
Lubo.
Thank for victory.
But we did.
We need. So we do. It is. That if the unity is the when that of course and you will mistreat any bearer within. They will not.
As we failed to do. And
we agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return.
Condition. Well then, it seems my men. How fit not so long ago, and now here.
Lubo.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them. I'll make sure they're safe.
I don't doubt that you, and not just the children.
Can't have all you.
Come on.
Thanks.
Here we are again. Karava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where do you hide? It looks like we found him. Nice try. better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
The bearer of the burning quill is within.
Your Grace? Cyril? Yes. If you would do us...
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of? His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival. He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime. But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from...
It's a pity.
'Tis true that but one, at least...
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better, after all. The duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recover... And where is... She awaits you in the... Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
My lord. I am Goditha, retainer of House...
Lift up your head, you have our gratitude.
I merely didn't...
My lady, what exactly?
As I'm sure you know...
Indeed it had.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasure. Alas. He had intended to claim, but it was not to be.
I see.
His sons, it was your father's, but with his grace, you are and while I know that...
Thank you.
What say you?
What else? Of course, my lady.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its...
A certain
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast were you to slay it in his stead.
What say?
What else? Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
The bearer of the burning quill is within.
Lord Marquis.
What?
One is an but
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the if aught ill befell.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind. Might go then with...
Fly, Ambrosia.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is. For House Rossfield.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect, Lady...
Griffin is...
And the Heartstone.
Yes. This radiant luster light. Thank you, your father...
Lady Goditha.
Thank you, sir. If you would excuse me. The armbands are Capri. Take them. They are yours. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet. And the graven...
It's a message. Enemies. And
Indeed, but this, it was a...
Thank you for remain.
Forgive me, there is something I don't quite... The Undying told me that after Father died, even if the armbands were in, so...
Because I was of the... In the days before the... I tried to... When word...
And thank the...
Yet my duty... And so he informed me that his grace...
Lady Goditha.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to us.
The bands. See, it must be gratifying to finally...
It is.
Let him...
What do you...
Your fault, since I pray... And I do...
Thank you, sir.
Come on, Clive.
Do you see that too?
What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No. Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My Lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are... I never hit. All right. Next,
Thank you.
But they and...
What do you mean?
I don't doubt we will need...
I'm flat, and I... What do we need?
Is that... And...
Oh, but...
I suppose...
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort...
And I will see that my...
Very good.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. Good girl.
Yeah!
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? That I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then,
Onward.
and to a new...
Good girl.
Yeah!
Back to the stables, girl. Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me. Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do. If it's the vineyard you want, we'll see that the grape...
It's not...
Then what is it?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the rope.
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Nazir might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Well met, Sid. This is the initiate.
At your service.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here.
Oh, of course. Thank you. The sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am. But I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav. It was hypno magic. No, it taught me what... And I've been trained...
You clearly have good...
So...
You haven't... Not far from here is an Imperial lookout. Eastwatch. And bring it here.
And bring it...
No. You'll need to us all without being discovered.
Ember.
Know my limits. Right, I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. impressed. Me. All right. These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it.
Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run!
If you want him. Ember, are you... Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
A fortress? You'll pay for that.
I didn't expect you back, so where is Ember?
He must have fled. He was just standing there. He was nowhere to be...
I knew the boy...
The right... I believe this is the log...
Eh? Don't you tell...
What? To bring the...
He has you.
But Sid!
He did what he thought was...
Of course. Don't you leave...
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
What does the dame have to say about all this?
I would speak with this Duke.
Saw the captain just now. Your town needs you.
Do you have a moment?
What is it?
It's the Duke, the town, and oh my dear, so I was...
Of course.
Thank you, Claire. Philippe told me he had men's...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here. To whom do I have the pleasure?
My name is Sibi, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke. I wish to...
Very well. I trust.
Absolutely.
As indeed, for yes, he
and
I wait.
Does that
dress my father would, but he is score. But he we for but as if he I be.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed, which may this is all about.
Families.
I'm sorry. Where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of, but perhaps
right away.
It's just a bit.
So you are content to abandon... Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land...
Even when our true... Fine, thank you...
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father like...
She made an uninvited appearance, hoping to convince the Dame.
Anyway.
Army...
Oh, right. We've had...
They're back.
Seems that we haven't been able to...
Right.
You know, Greek...
I'm on my...
Thank you, Clark. I'll look into...
Ready, go?
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town. Farewell. call that a test?
Clive! You all right?
I am. But it seems the reports would... I dispatched the...
Well, there's something. But what were they doing? We might be able to...
You have eyes in the...
Some. You head back...
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's stirring up ill feel...
What? I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out.
Don't worry, I'm not like...
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Brandit.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders. I got them spaced out.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured, should any of...
Thank you, man.
I'll play my... You still want... I only hope Philippe.
Of course. What about you?
I'll make 5.
All right.
Thank you.
You can thank...
Till then. Come on.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
That's better.
I needed that.
It's over.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Clive, it's good to see you.
And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right.
And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart, to be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again. As did you, Sabine. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that, and I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, your Ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The Dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you?
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Can we get you anything?
There's no need to worry any longer.
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
How goes the treatment of the wounded? I'd be happy to man one end of a stretcher if it would help.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I fell in love, he was my master's guard. And so until we found ourselves here. It was the veil that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy. The people all unite. And what of you? Can we count on you?
Always. Good girl. Mistakes.
Might this be Nickelbug?
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough, at least. What is going on here?
Ah. Did you, too, heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves?
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me, but did another foreigner like me come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did.
Bring us salvation.
At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Let us be made pure. Let us be made divine.
Excuse me.
I am. Lord Ros.
That's right. And you must be the...
I am.
Cyril...
And I did not...
You said that you...
I came here. You have seen... They devote themselves to the praying, not that they serve him with all of their being. I, too, and so I see these, that they might...
You do understand?
I do, my lord. They would cast us... I know that it... Forgive me. Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what. Stay here. Beneath the flood. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready. What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Damn it. Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment. Even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. Found her. I should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be. Only that the decision is one's own.
We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, we protect them, and yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right?
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dock. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry. There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet. But let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether's thickest there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. They're risking a lot just being... Yeah. Better keep my eyes open for signs of life. So this place, and I doubt they'll have taken the
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
Caution, brother.
Locked up tight. They were feeding bears. Minimal loss of Waloed alive. Even the Imperials take... Nothing but a Akashic down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on. No lock downstairs.
I know. Bearers die every day in service of hitting bear, and not just those who could and those who...
I'm afraid.
Then we're too late.
Don't say that.
A key.
Perhaps it will finish up here.
All right.
Let's see what we can find down here. A survivor. And she sounds close. There's none. Are you alone?
Some of the guards.
Thank the...
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it, so he must have sent you. Where is he?
Chadwick.
Was that?
We have to get...
Doris.
All right.
We have to run.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers. Will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen. Nice try. Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the curse breakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you. Mid, tell me this.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0. And a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
Wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it...
The young'uns? I'll keep working...
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case.
Since your lesson, all the pieces...
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all?
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your... hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Well, did they have it?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? It's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well, you just wait and see. That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head? Or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of it, won't be much, but I never...